We find a Mareep in one of the abandoned houses, so decide to catch it and keep it as our own Pokemon. We go into Corey's gym room and we find a silver ring, and with that we find this Skrelp and add it to the team. I named it Diesel after Shaq. Evolved my Mareep into a Flaffy and then into Ampharos as it was within the level cap. After that, we went to the Grand Stairway where we met Fern, and basically we're not allowed to go into the Grand Stairway. So we go into the Lapis Ward that is to the left instead. We see the remains of Corey on the right where this blood is all there. And Shade cleans up the mess as we meet up with the two meteor grunts on top of the building. Once they flee, we meet up with Kane and he tells us that he can distract the police officer, which gives us an opening to go into the hole of the Grand Stairway. Once we enter, we go into the bottom where we see the 4 crystals needed to open that gate. So we already know of the ruby ring that Heather has, and there's 3 more colors. We also decide that we can free Victoria here, so we have a double battle and save Victoria. Outside the Grand Stairway, she decides to battle us so she can prove herself. We defeat her quite easily and Fern shows up. He tries to flirt with Victoria, but we battle him in her steed and end up beating Fern. He runs away and all with like big words and all, and Victoria's pretty pissed, but she decides to calm herself. We decide to go back to the Lapis Ward where we meet with the red-haired guy named Cal. He decides to battle us, we defeat him, and me and Victoria decide that we want to comfort Shelly. Shelly kind of throws up, so we decide to go outside. We decide to fetch the doctor in the town, which is Dr. Sigmund Connell. We also meet up with these other characters, Charlotte, Noelle, and Anna. So after we meet them, we decide to have a gym battle with Shelly. After we beat her pretty easily with our Ampharos and our Diesel setting up toxic spikes, we decide to finish up the battle, get the Cocoon badge, get Dr. Sigmund Connell to help out with Shelly. Shelly is actually not here on her own accord because her parents are set her to live here, so she's not legally allowed to be adopted by the doctor. But you know who is? Heather, which we'll be seeing now. We beat Kane, by the way. Heather actually has no parents, so Dr. Sigmund Connell just takes her away. So we decide that we need to save her, so me, Kane, and Shelly decide to raid the place. Charlotte, Noelle, and Nostril to help us out, and we have Electivire giving Heather electric therapy, which is pretty cruel. Charlotte decides to burn Dr. Sigmund Connell with a cigarette, and before we can leave, Dr. Sigmund Connell catches us off guard and challenges us to a battle. We defeat him pretty easily, and once we exit the place, Sirius shows up and decides to recruit Dr. Sigmund Connell to get back his children for his experiments. We go to the underground rail net to escape, but we decide we need to get the power up so we can open the door. We battle Shade, which is the 4th gym leader. We defeat him pretty easily, and he shows us a vision. Not really a vision, but what's happening after the power is on. After the power is on, Team Meteor surprise attacks all of the kids and kidnaps them once again. Kane is able to escape, however, and we see the green head lady one more time. So titles are meaningless is what she says, and she runs off again. Sirius is unbothered, but basically we get the gym badge that we need. We decide to flee and we find Kane near the police station at the Jasper Ward. Ace of Clubs also decides to join our side temporarily or permanently, I don't really know, because he realizes that Team Meteor, he doesn't like Lynn that much. So he helps us to hack a thing, and we get some information that the next pulse is in Apophyl City. So that's where we head to next.